There's a term. It's called fake it until you make it. In Brooklyn, we used to call it faking the funk. In other words, you're pretending that you have success. You're pretending that you have money. Now, if you really want me to be honest with you, I think at some point all of us did this in our lives. I've done it. When I remember when I was a young kid, you know what I mean? I wanted to impress a girl. I was driving this broken down Buick. This was like my first car. And the hubcaps were off. It had no caps on the car. The car smelled like a combination between McDonald's and pizza. And I remember this girl came in the car. She's like, "What is that smell?" And I was just like, "No, I just ordered some takeout." I was just so this was a really good looking girl, And she was just like, "Why is this car all beat up?" And you had to hear the stories I would tell this girl. You had to hear the stories I told her. No, I said, "You want to know what it is?" I said, "I work for a company. Unfortunately, we're a real estate development company. And a lot of times I have to go into bad neighborhoods where, we own some of the buildings, in Coney Island." She goes, "Oh, I see." And I said, a lot of times they destroyed the car. So I'm not going to take, my real car, my nice car, my Mercedes. "Oh, you have a Mercedes?" "Of course." "My BMW." "Oh, really?" "I'm not going to take that car to, now it just so happens I'm picking you up. I have to, after our date, I got to go, to a real estate appointment." So, "Oh, so you're going to the bad neighborhood?" "Yeah, yeah." "Oh, that makes sense." Exactly. And then I would just try to get lucky. You understand? You're like, "You're crazy, ain't followed by." No, but the thing is, I think all of us have done it. And I think if you're saying, "Oh, I never did anything like that," you're lying. All of us at one point fake the funk. But the thing is, if you're doing it as a joke, or if you're doing it innocently, like, you know what I mean, because you want to pick up a girl, or and you're not really affecting anybody's life. I mean, you know what I mean. The thing is, people like Lou and people now, even like Commander 35 to a certain degree, they don't realize that they're lying to an extent that could actually affect people's lives, like, financially. And, like, I'll give you an example. When you're making it seem like you're making so much money, and you keep saying it and you keep saying it, people are going to start believing you. There are actually dumb people in this world that believe Lou has a lot of money, for instance, and that actually believe it. Look, he's a good kid, Commander 35, and I'm not trying to break his balls. Look, we talk a lot. He comes on my live streams, and I'm not trying to break his balls, but we all know that this guy doesn't have a pot to piss. So let's be honest with each other. I mean, he's telling me that he's going to arrange his lawyer to give me $5,000 to go see Lou. Like, "If you go to Central Park and you see Lou, I will have my attorney, okay, represent me and give you $5,000." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, all right. I am ready to go into contract immediately." Yeah, well, we never went into contract. What happened to the contract, Commander 35? Right? But anyway, this is what he recently said, Commander 35. He said, because I got an email on this. I get emails on everybody. You don't realize it. People, I have Lou connections that send me emails for the latest updates on Lou. I got finance news connections, Antonio Miranda. Anyway, this is the Commander 35 connection. So anyone that could read body language, this is what the ape emailed me on Commander 35. Hold on. Anyone that could read body language and facial expressions can tell everything he's saying in this video is a complete lie. He's scalping GTII daily and always green. Okay, makes like 20 cents a scalp. Laugh my, ASS off. He's always swallowing and stuttering, so he's making all of it up along the way. And he's still in his Section 8 ghetto room with the door falling apart. Well, you got to give him credit with one thing, okay, with that whole door thing. It used to be a garbage bag. Wherever that hole was, wherever he's living, there was a garbage bag there. People seem to forget that. So he actually upgraded the garbage bag to that, horrible door that looks like something out of Nightmare in Elm Street. I don't know, the door looks like it's all messed up to me. It looks like it's I don't know if it's something where I don't want to tell you. No, there's got to be a reason why there's these little red marks there, but we'll leave that for another video. It's kind of a good Halloween story. But anyway, let's see. And then he has a 1980 Buick Century. You know, it's funny that he has a 1980 Buick Century because I believe that was the same car that I had when I was like first driving. I think I was like 16. I think was it a 1980? I actually think it was actually no, it was probably closer to what was it? Somewhere in the 80s. But that was like my first car. It's funny he has that car because that was the one I was just telling you about when the hubcaps came off. And I was trying to pick up a girl and I was telling her I was a big real estate executive. Okay, so he has the 1980. Well, I was 16 though. There's a difference. But he has the 1980 Buick Century. Okay, and he's got dice hanging down from the mirror. Well, listen, I actually have to admit something just in his defense. I also had dice. But that was a Brooklyn thing. We all used to hang like dice. Don't ask me why, but that was a Brooklyn thing. So, but anyway, he doesn't have a pot to piss in. Look, Commander 35 is using a strategy where he wants himself to be a big shot. I get it. And it's the same strategy Lou is using. He wants to be a big shot or appear to be a big shot. And what it is it works. Lou has convinced a lot of people that he is a big shot. There are some people who actually believe, if you can believe this, okay? If you can believe this, okay? That Lou is worth $5 million. I've actually had people comment in my live streams, Lou is worth conservatively, they're like at least, meaning more possibly. Like that's like the low end, $5 million. Now you see a guy who, like, let's just take Lou, who lives with his mom, allegedly Section 8 apartment, never seems to be around a girl. We've never seen Lou around a girl. Never seems to ever show any of his assets. Like never. Like he doesn't show a house. You can look up online. Everyone knows Lou's name, and you'll notice there's no real estate. That's the first thing. If you had real estate, you'd be able to look it up online, right? Okay. So there's this concept going around that like Lou owns a penthouse. I keep hearing it over and over again. They're like he owns a penthouse in Manhattan. But how come there's no record of it? There's no record of the sale. There's no record he owns any property in Manhattan. But there's this rumor going around he owns a penthouse. Okay. Then there was another rumor going around he owns, what was it, 2 Teslas. He owns a Porsche. Never provided any type of, title to prove this. He never even got into the car and drove it around the block. Yet people still believe he's loaded. They're like, they're like that guy Lou's right bicep. He's worth minimum $5 million. Minimum. Now, Commander 35 started, I think, the same. You notice that like Commander 35 and Lou, I don't know what it is with them. I don't know if Commander 35 just has a man crush on Lou. I'm just trying to figure it out. But I noticed that he follows in Lou's footsteps. Like whatever Lou does, Commander 35 ultimately does. So, Commander 35 is taking the same blueprint of faking the funk, fake it till you make it. Maybe because he feels it worked for Lou. Maybe that's his strategy. It worked for, look, Lou fakes it and everybody believes him. And he got like over 80,000 subscribers, 74 million views. Now that's real. That's not fake. You see, like in other words, Lou's Walt Disney stories, Lou's faking it actually did get him substantial success in YouTube. So maybe that's what Commander 35 is trying to do. He's like, look, let me fake it. I made 1.6 million on Redbox. I'm scalping GTII. I'm doing great. I'm always in the green. Okay, whatever. So maybe that's his thing. Fake it until you make it so he can become like Lou. Ultimately, where he gets 80,000 subscribers and 74 million views. Now, I'd like to say that's not realistic, but truthfully, it is realistic. Look at Finance News. Like, I mean, this guy's got to be the most dumbest, idiotic person on YouTube. Literally says the same thing each and every day. Good cop, bad cop. Good cop, bad cop. Like nothing of any actual DD or anything that's benefiting. It's like a soap opera when you watch finance news, and he goes to extremes. Like this song. I'm not gonna sing it right. I just thought, darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. I just woke up. I gotta clear out my throat. I gotta warm up. But anyway, it's like he really goes to the highest level finance news. Elon Musk is all in on AMC. He's probably gonna make a video. Elon Musk's Twitter deal includes AMC. He's gonna say something like finance news goes the distance. Like Donald Trump, DWOX not looking so good because of the Twitter deal. But now Donald Trump said, you know what? AMC is the way to go. Like he'll make a claim like that. Like, Truth Social and AMC, have some sort of a partnership. Again, what I'm saying is not, factual information for people who listen. Is it really true? Donald Trump and AMC. No, no, no. This is called entertainment. This is all entertainment purposes only. But I'm just trying to just tell you, it's like, look, I've been in YouTube now for over a year, okay? And I've really started to learn everybody's style. I know what everybody's doing. Teddy Zane, he's got something going on that's very, very unique in his situation. It's very unique. What it is that Teddy actually in his life made a lot of money. He did. Let's be honest. There's no question in my mind that Teddy Zane has made a lot of money. But I think currently, I think he's going through tough times. I think that a lot of the stuff that you're seeing in his life is just merely illusions. The car, the beautiful house, the cars, all that stuff, because it just simply doesn't make sense. Like I'm getting messages for people in my live streams that are telling me, Ape Father, I lost 70,000. With the whole Teddy Zane Discord, I've lost 80,000. I've lost 50,000. And the thing is, for some crazy reason, they're still paying this guy $10. I'm like, wait a minute, are you still paying? Yeah, yeah, I'm still paying the $10 a month in the Discord, and I'm just like, I don't. I'm like, why aren't you filing a Class A lawsuit against Teddy Zane that he's not a licensed financial planner? And they're just like, you think that's a good idea? I'm like, yeah. But again, let me just make this clear. I am not giving legal advice because I know people get very confused. They're like, is he giving us legal advice? No. I'm not giving you legal advice because I'm not a lawyer. I am not a securities lawyer. So what I'm saying about Teddy Zane is alleged. I can't legally prove to you that he's breaking the law because I'm not a lawyer. In other words, someone would have to consult a lawyer and get a lawyer and see what they say. Okay? I am not a lawyer. So what I'm saying is not legal advice. What I'm saying to you is not financial advice because I'm not a financial planner. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not licensed. And neither is Teddy Zane. Teddy Zane is not a licensed financial planner. We'll just throw that one in. But I'm an entertainer. Everything you see on my videos for entertainment purposes. But it's just that after you're on YouTube for so long, you start to just see like everybody's like thing. G Hayes, G Hayes. It's so funny, why I'm saying? Because I'm thinking of Glow. I call him G Hayes. I got it so embedded in my head. Just give me that soul glow. Just let it shine through. I got that G in my B Hayes. I can't figure out that dude, man. I can't. There's a part of me that thinks he might be going a little like insane in the membrane. Like this, like how do you come out? He's the only one that I can't figure out. How do you come out with all these different stock picks and he doesn't just cover AMC. He covers a diverse amount of stocks. Some he calls right, some he calls wrong. Okay, but the thing is, I think he was talking about Carvana recently, and he showed the green candle. But the thing is, where did he come out with semen retention? Like how like I've heard a lot of things on YouTube. Look, I do a lot of crazy things. We all know that. I do a lot of crazy things. But semen retention? I mean, where where did he come up with this? That he just decided to share this? Like, I mean, it's the most, honestly, I'm a hard guy to trump in terms of insanity. I'm a hard, I think B. Hayes trumped me in insanity. And that's not an easy task to trump me in insanity. And I think that B. Hayes did. But I'm just saying, look, it's just, you get to a point where I just been like noticing what everybody's style is. And, you know, that's it. You know, I could really keep this video going on and on and on because like there's just so many YouTubers and I really have their number. It's like that song by Phil Kyle, Billy, like the Billy came to my protest. Billy, I got your number. You know, I got all their numbers.